Well, good morning, everybody, and welcome back to my channel, Life with Patty. Happy Thursday morning, everybody. And what do we do on Thursdays? We have hashtag Thursday BookTube, which is hosted by myself and my sweet friend Daphne over at My Mountain Home and Kitchen. Now, Daphne has an awesome playlist going, so anybody that participates in this, she will put you on the playlist, and then if somebody wants to go over and watch that playlist, everybody's on there. It can be any kind of a book or anything to do with books, whether it be coloring books, craft books, cookbooks, regular novel books, whatever you want. Today, I'm doing something that has to do with books, but it's not talking about a book. I was tagged from Kim at Kim's Inspired Life, who was tagged by Daphne to do this tag called If I Owned a Bookstore. And like I said, I was tagged by Kim at Kim's Inspired Life, and it was created by Robert G. Reader of Books. That's his channel name, I believe. Robert G. Reader of Books. And he is the one who created this tag. So, okay, so I'm going to do what Kim did, and there's 9 questions, and she started with number 9 and worked down to number 1, because number 9 is, what is the name of your bookstore? So that's what she started out with, and I thought that was a good idea, and I'm going to do the same. I'm not going to get as detailed as Kim. She was really good about, she wrote down everything that he had put on that to follow with the question, but okay, so here I go. Number 9 is, what is the name of your bookstore? And I thought about it, and I thought, Patty's Book Palace. I like that, Patty's Book Palace. So that would be the name of my bookstore. What's your specialty? Is it new? Is it used? Or whatever? So I think my specialty would be no used, just all new books, and a section that would be just children's books with like a little reading nook with a rug and some bean bags, and maybe even a little table with chairs, and a comfortable area all decorated with giraffes and elephants and all kinds of fun stuff on the walls. And it would be a book corner for just children. And then there would be other places for the adults just to sit and read a comfy book. So it would be new books, and definitely some children's books in there. Yeah, I would just want a little bit of everything. How does your bookstore look from the outside? I really don't know. I really don't know about that. I'm not very creative that way. So it would just depend on the spot that I picked to rent. So I don't know. I know that in front of the door, I would like to have like some decorations all the time for the different seasons, maybe a pretty wreath for all the different seasons, a Valentine wreath and a fall wreath and a Christmas wreath and an Easter wreath on the door. I would like that. And maybe some pretty flower pots on each side of the entrance going into the bookstore. And maybe even a couple benches outside to sit. Where is your bookstore located? Well, I live in a small town. We don't have a bookstore. But I don't think our town could support a bookstore because our population of our town is only like 6,000. So I think I would probably go over to the next bigger town, which I've talked about, where I meet like Martha and Joyce, and we meet up for our luncheons in Yuba City. That would probably be where I would open my bookstore, in some cute little shopping center somewhere. And that was the other thing. If you could open a bookstore and money was no object, that was part of the book tag. And so I would like to, open up my store that would be in a cute little shopping center that was kind of cliche, with like a coffee shop and an ice cream shop and nice stores, and not just like industrial building, but just a really nice, cute little shopping center. Is there live entertainment? I think it would be fun to have like story time on one night for the kids to have story time, and it would be nice to have book authors come in, especially local artists or local authors, to come and talk about their books and share their books. I think that would be fun. Are patrons able to linger? Yeah, I think that would be okay for the kids to be in the in the kids section reading different books, and the parents can have a cup of coffee or a cup of tea and read a book where there's chairs and tables for adults, and it would be okay with me if they lingered. Is there a coffee bar, and do you sell alcohol? Well, I wouldn't sell alcohol. I just wouldn't want to get into that whole dynamic of it. Alcohol licenses are expensive, and then I don't want to worry about having to control people with their alcohol. No, it's just more of a pain. But I would have a coffee tea bar, coffee, hot and cold teas, hot chocolate for the kids, or chocolate milk for the kids, or something like that, or punch or something. Yeah, I would do something like that. Is there ambient music, and what kind? Absolutely, bookstore kind of music. What do you call it? Like diner music, like Nora Jones. Just mellow instrumental music, just very relaxing music. And what are your hours of operation? Well, if money was no object, that means that you could hire people to work, and I would be open 7 days a week, because there's so many places that are not open on Sundays. But if money is no object, and I can hire a couple people on the weekends, and I can hire 2 shifts during the week, then I think my bookstore would be open from 9 to, I would say, 9 to 9, 2 shifts. And that way people get off work and they still can go out to this cute little shopping center that my bookstore is in, and have some pie and coffee at the coffee shop, and then come down and look for a book, and maybe go get a yogurt or an ice cream, and then come over and get a book. And maybe there's a nice upscale grocery store in this shopping center, or maybe there's a hair salon and a nail salon, and maybe they came over to get a book so they can go get their hair done or their nails done or whatever. So I think I would want it open from 9 to 9, 7 days a week, because money is no object, right? So that means I can have staff to keep it open late, because that's one of the biggest problems I find even in where I live, is people open up a coffee shop here, or they open up a restaurant, and then they're never open because they say, well, it's too slow. But I mean, I get both sides, but if you close your coffee shop at 2 in the afternoon, a lot of people like to go have coffee later in the evening. I know my brother lived in a little town here in California called Nevada City, and it's a very yuppie, upscale town, small town, but they kept their coffee shop open from 9. I think it was actually open earlier than 9, and it was open till 9 at night. And they had all kinds of desserts and all kinds of coffees, and even sandwiches and bagels and all kinds of stuff. And let me tell you, that place was always busy, because people knew they could get off work, have dinner. And then my brother, he would walk up to the coffee shop almost every night, and they would just get a coffee or a tea and a croissant, or a scone or something like that. And it was just a little bit of relaxation. Go up, get a coffee, relax, read the paper. And so, and it was in a little town, but they were consistent with their hours, and they were always busy. So thank you, Kim, for tagging me. I think Daphne had tagged me, and I just never got it done. So now I'm trying to be better about that. As far as tagging anybody, I don't think I'm going to tag anybody. Maybe let me tag Kendra from Kendra Full of Joy. I will tag her, and Carol from Plain Vanilla Grandma. I'll tag you too. How about that? Because I know that Carol loves to read. And I think Kendra likes to read, but I think Kendra likes to dream up these imaginary places like me, like this bookstore. So, you two ladies, Carol from Plain Vanilla Grandma and Kendra from Kendra's Full of Joy. If you haven't been tagged in this, I would love for you to do it. And anybody else that wants to be a part of this, please be a part. We'd love to hear what you have to say. All right, you guys, have a great day. Take care. And always, you're more than welcome to join into Thursday Book Club with Daphne and I. We would love to have you. Just put in that hashtag Thursday BookTube. If we don't come over and watch your video, let us know. And hey, Alex, I want to tag you too. Alex, what is Inspired Life? Is that what her channel is? You know who I'm talking about, girl. I'm sorry, I drew a blank to your channel name. But Alex, you are a huge reader. She could read like a book a day. I want you to do this tag as well, okay? All right, you guys, take care. Bye-bye.